that characteristic root of a real symmetric matrix A real symmetric matrix A are all real. So that is the statement of our theorem. Now in the given part the matrix is a real symmetric matrix. So first I divide the statement with proof. Now proof of the result is, what is given? Given is A is real symmetric matrix. Now remember that since it's real, so its conjugate is itself. Now taking transpose, so transpose is equal to A transpose. Since it is symmetric, so this is A. So what we get? We get A theta which is equal to A. A theta which is equal to A. Then it means it is a Hermitian matrix. So this is a Hermitian matrix. Now we prove in the previous theorem the eigenvalue of Hermitian matrix are real. So eigenvalue of Hermitian matrix are real. So eigenvalue of this matrix is also a real. So this is again very important theorem, but it is the based on the previous theorem that we already done in the previous lecture. Now after that the next result is the statement of the next result. Prove that the eigenvalue of skew Hermitian matrix are either purely imaginary or zero. So next is prove that characteristic roots of a skew Hermitian matrix A are purely imaginary or zero. So purely imaginary or zero. So this is a statement of the next theorem. Now proof of the next theorem is, now since this is since A is skew Hermitian matrix, then it implies a theta which is equal to minus a. So it means A transpose of conjugate which is equal to minus A, or we can also say that A conjugate then its transpose is equal to minus A. Now my aim is to find its eigenvalues. So Ax is equal to lambda x if lambda is the eigenvalue of A. So Ax equal to lambda x. If we multiply by iota, then it implies iota Ax which is equal to iota lambda x. So this can be written as iota A of x which is equal to iota lambda into x. So it means iota lambda, which is a characteristic roots of iota A corresponding to x, corresponding to eigenvector x. Therefore iota lambda is real, hence lambda must be either purely imaginary or 0. So therefore if iota lambda is real, hence lambda must be purely imaginary or 0. So this is therefore iota lambda is real. So if iota lambda is real, hence lambda must be purely imaginary or 0. So hence it is purely imaginary or 0. So that prove our result. Now next is the statement of next result is prove that any characteristic vector any eigenvector corresponding to distinct eigenvalue of a Hermitian matrix are orthogonal are orthogonal. So this is the statement of the our article, our theorem. Now suppose, to prove this result, suppose x1 and x2 are eigenvectors of eigenvector of A, eigenvectors corresponding to lambda 1, lambda 2 eigen roots lambda 1, lambda 2 of a Hermitian matrix A, of a Hermitian matrix A. We know that the eigenvalues of Hermitian matrix are real. We know that. Now it implies AX1, which is equal to lambda 1 x1, AX2, which is lambda 2 x2, so which is equation number 1. So this is the equation number 1. Now from equation number 1, x2 theta x2 theta AX1, which is equal to x2 theta lambda 1 x1. So this is written by using this equation. Similarly, here x1 theta AX2 x1 theta lambda 2 x2. So this is find out by using this equation. So we get these values. Now from this x2 theta AX1 raised to power theta, this can be written as, by using reversal law, x1 theta A theta and x2 double theta mean x2. Since A is a Hermitian matrix, so x1 theta A into x2, this value. Now this is a x1, this is a x1 theta AX2, ठीक है ना, AX2. So this is this values. So this value can be written as, also x1 theta lambda to x2. So this can be also written as in this way. Now substitute the value of AX1 here and AX2 here. Substitute the value of AX1 here and AX2 here. So it implies x2 lambda 1 x1 raised to power theta, which is equal to x1 lambda 2 x2, this is raised to power theta. So it implies, this implies, now using the reversal law, x1 theta, lambda 1 theta means lambda 1 conjugate x2 theta, and this value is equal to x1 theta lambda 2 x2. So this is a equation number 2. Suppose this is equation number 2, this values. Now from this, since the eigenvalue of Hermitian matrix are real, so lambda 1 conjugate is lambda 1. So this can be written as lambda 1 x1 theta into x2 theta. Similarly, lambda 2 x1 theta x2. So this values x1 theta, and here it is a basically x2 theta. So reversal law, x1 theta lambda 1 conjugate. So here I write x2 theta. So here it is simple x2. So remember that. Now this can be written as, so just first I remove this part, x, it is a simple x2, not x2 theta. Now from this we get lambda 1 minus lambda 2, which is equal to x1 theta x2, which is equal to 0. So we get this values. Now this is non-zero, x1 is non-zero, x2 is non-zero, and it implies lambda 1, since lambda 1 and lambda 2 are distinct, so it is a non-zero. So it implies x1 theta x2, which is equal to 0. Since it is a non-zero, so this value is equal to 0. So what we get? We get x1 and x2 vector are orthogonal. So this is a definition of orthogonal. So these vectors are orthogonal. Now next is eigenvalue of unitary matrix are of unit modulus. So next is eigenvalue of unitary matrix are of unit modulus, Now let A be A. To prove this result, let A be a unitary matrix. Let A be a unitary matrix. It implies A theta into A, which is equal to identity. So this is equation number 1. My aim is to prove that the eigenvalue are modulus of, its modulus is equal to 1. Let lambda be eigenvalue of A, right? So there exists non-zero n cross 1 column vector x such that ax which is equal to lambda x. X is a non-zero vector. Now it implies ax of theta lambda x of theta. So this will become lambda x theta, since lambda is real. In case here it is lambda conjugate x theta, and here x theta a theta. So this values. Now it means this is equation number 2 and this is equation number 3. So x theta into a theta of this kind. Now this can be written as x theta a theta into ax. So this is this equation and this equation, which is equal to lambda conjugate x theta lambda into x. So just multiply these two equations. This will become this values a theta a x, and this value lambda conjugate lambda x theta into x. It implies x theta identity matrix of x. It implies lambda conjugate lambda x theta into x. This value x theta of x. So again this value is x theta of x, which is absolute value lambda raised to power 1 x theta into x. Both are non-zero. So here why we are using we can use absolute value. It implies 1 minus absolute value of lambda raised to power 2 x theta into x equal to 0. So since x is non-zero, x theta is non-zero, so it implies 1 minus absolute value of lambda raised to power 2 equal to 0. So it implies modulus of lambda equal to 1. So which prove our result. So this is again very important result. So remember this result. Now prove that eigenroots of orthogonal matrix are of unit modulus. So orthogonal matrix are of unit modulus. So that is the similarly result. Now next is any two characteristic vector corresponding to any two eigenvectors corresponding to any two eigenvectors corresponding to distinct eigenvalues of a distinct eigenvalues of a unitary matrix are orthogonal So this is any two eigenvector corresponding to distinct eigenvalue of unitary matrix are orthogonal. Now the given matrix is unitary matrix. So proof of this result. So first proof, let A be a unitary matrix. So we know the definition of unitary matrix, A theta into A is equal to identity, and x1, suppose x1 and x2 are eigenvalue of eigenvectors of A corresponding to eigenvalue lambda 1 and lambda 2. They are distinct. So remember, lambda 1 and lambda 2 are distinct. Now using the definition of eigenvalues, it implies Ax1 which is equal to lambda 1 x1, Ax2 which is equal to lambda 2 x2. So this is equation number 1. Now from this equation, so first I take this equation. From this equation, Ax1 operating with theta, lambda 1 x1 again operating with theta. So it implies x1 theta A theta which is x lambda 1 conjugate into x1 theta. So by using this result we get this equation. So it is a equation number, this is a equation number this. Now Ax1, this can be written as of this kind, Ax1 which is equal to lambda 1 conjugate into x1 theta. Similarly, from the second equation, that is a Ax2. So just using this equation, multiply this equation with this equation, right? Multiply this equation with this equation, we can directly write it as x1 theta A theta into Ax2, this values. Here lambda 1 conjugate x1 theta lambda 2 into x2, this values. So this can be written as lambda 1 conjugate lambda 2 x1 theta x2. Here, since it is a unitary matrix, so by using that concept, this will become x1 theta identity into x2. Again this will become x1 theta x2 lambda 1 conjugate lambda 2 x1 theta x2, and this can be written as 1 minus lambda 1 conjugate lambda 2 x1 theta x2, which is equal to 0. So just simplify in this way, we get this values. Now this 1 can be written as, why? Since lambda 1 into lambda 1 conjugate is equal to 1, because it is a lambda 1 conjugate into lambda 1, this is equal to 1. So lambda 1 conjugate lambda 2 x1 theta x2 equal to 0, and this value can be written as lambda 1 conjugate lambda 1 minus lambda 2 into x1 theta x2 equal to 0, since it is a distinct. So this number is non-zero, this number is non-zero. If both are non-zero, it implies x1 theta into x2, which is equal to 0. If this is equal to 0, then x1 and x2 are orthogonal. x1 and x2 are orthogonal. So which prove our result. So in this way we can find this values. Now this is the basically theory of this chapter. Now to prove the examples, prove the questions, just understand characteristic equation of a matrix. Just understand this theory, equation of matrix. Just understand the characteristic equation of a matrix. Now let A be a square matrix of order n. So just remember, over field F. So it may be real, it may be complex. Now determinant this A minus lambda I equal to 0. This determinant will give a equation, the polynomial in term of lambda. So that is called a characteristic polynomial. Polynomial of matrix A. So this is a characteristic polynomial of matrix A. So remember that if lambda is eigenvalue of A, then this determinant is equal to 0. If this determinant equal to 0, then lambda is eigenvalue of A. So just understand this question, just understand this theory. So I go through a first example. Find the, this is a first example, first question. Statement is find the characteristic equation and eigenvalues. Find the characteristic equation and eigenvalue of the matrix A. So what is A? It is 3 by 3 matrix which is of this kind: 2 2 0 2 1 1 -7 2 -3. So this is a matrix, this is a characteristic matrix. Now just to find the characteristic equation, that is A minus lambda I. Now here I is identity matrix of order 3. So what is I? So I is equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. And what is lambda I? So it implies lambda I, so which is 1 minus lambda 0 0 0 1 minus lambda 0 0 0 1 minus lambda. So it is one matrix, it is first matrix, it is second matrix. Now find the A minus lambda I. So what is A minus lambda I? So this is a 2 minus lambda. So lambda is subtracting in diagonal entries. 2 minus lambda 2 0. Second is 2 1 minus lambda 1, and third is -7 2 3 minus lambda. Now to find the determinant of this, so first find the determinant, then we will, so determinant of A minus lambda I, which is equal to, so 2 minus lambda bracket, so which is equal to 1 minus lambda 3 minus lambda minus 2. Next is minus 2 bracket shuru. So this is 2 into 3 minus lambda plus 7 this values. So this will become, so just simplify 2 minus lambda, so this will become lambda square minus 3 minus 1, so minus 4 lambda, and this is 3 minus 2 plus 1, here 6 plus 7 13, so minus 2 into 13 minus 2 lambda, so this values. So this is a 13 minus 2 lambda. So just simplify this equation. So we get minus lambda cube, we get minus lambda cube plus 13 lambda plus 13 lambda plus minus 12 minus 12. So this is the determinant of A minus lambda I. Now what is characteristic equation? So first step, what is characteristic equations? So it is nothing, it is a determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. It means it is a polynomial equation lambda cube minus 13 lambda plus 12 equal to 0. So this is a characteristic equation. So first remember that this is a characteristic equation. It is a characteristic equation. Now this equation has 3 roots. This, because it is a cubic equation, so this equation has 3 roots. So first root we will find out with the help of first root we will find out with the help of hit and trial method. So just substitute the number and then get the value 0. Now if I put lambda equal to 1, so this equation will become a 0. It means lambda equal to 1 is a one root of this equation. Now my purpose is to find the remaining 2 roots, right? 2 root of this equation. Here I will use the Horner method of synthetic division. So just see that method, how we can find the root. So first of all, write this equation lambda cube, this is plus, now second term is missing, so 0 lambda square minus 13 lambda plus 12 equal to 0. This is my first step. Now write the coefficient of these polynomial. So here I write this line and this is this line. Now write the coefficient, its coefficient is 1, 0, minus 13 and 12, right? This values. Now this root is lambda equal to 1 is, we already find that it is a root. So just here write it as this root. Now multiply 1 into 1. So this is 1. So write here. What we get? Add this. This is a 1. Now multiply in next step 1 into 1. So here it is 1. So this is minus 12. Again multiply by 1 into this. So this is minus 12. So this remainder is 0. It means this is a root of this equation. If it is a root of this equation, then the remaining equation will be of order 2. So that will be, first write 1 into lambda square. Now if we find the one root from cubic equation, the remaining equation will be quadratic, plus 1 into lambda minus 12 equal to 0. So basically this equation is lambda square plus lambda minus 12 equal to 0, this value. Now from this we can find that this is, now this is a quadratic equation, so we can find directly root. So this can be written as lambda plus 3 into lambda plus 3 and lambda minus 4, the lambda minus 3 because it is positive, and lambda plus 4 equal to 0. So its root are 3 and minus 4. So one root is finding 1, this is second and third root. So lambda equal to 1, 3 and minus 4. So this is the eigenvalues. So in this way we can find the characteristic equation and characteristic value the eigenvalue.